All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give our praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kakadash. Double honors to the elders, apostles, and great millstone, and time is truth and rule well. Peace, blessings, salutation, I come out there. She got to bow to the far corners of the earth. That's serving the truth and not true sincerity. To you, I say Shalom. That's your brother Nabala coming to you with another video in the spirit. And the topic of this video is gonna be about this article I seen on the social media site. I'm gonna read it. It says thousands at risk of water shut off in New Year as Detroit moratorium set to end. And I'm gonna read this. It came from the social media page of Crime News in Detroit on Instagram. And it says that thousands of people in Detroit could be at risk of losing access to clean drinking water in the new year. This comes as a moratorium on water shutoffs, which was put in place during the pandemic by Gov. Gretchen Whitmer, is set to end January 1st, 2023. And if I could just speak on this real quick. A lot of those different programs and stuff like that was set up basically from 2020 till now are coming to the end, as far as, renter assistance and whatever other programs there was out there to help people, they're coming to an end, and you gotta look at it like this, like they gave out in 2020, 2021, they was giving out unemployment, they gave out the PPP loans, they gave out a lot of money, these past couple of years, okay, but you know how people live, especially Jake, some people thought that shit was gonna last forever. Some people thought they were gonna continue to get that money, and then even when it was kind of running out or whatever, still people weren't taking care of their business. They just this was bullshitting out here. So now that shit is about to catch up to them. Okay, cause you got a lot of people who's gonna get evicted because they haven't been paying their rent. A lot of people about to probably go without water, go without heat, and all other things because they haven't been handling their business like you should have. Okay, I'm gonna continue to read. It says, now that the crisis is over on January 1st, it says not that the crisis is over. The crisis is not over. It's funny how they say that, and that lines up with First Thessalonians, that peace and safety. They saying now that the crisis is over. The crisis is not over. You can see that from this weekend, from this blizzard that was happening. Okay, a lot of people lost power. So that means they didn't have heat. Man, it's a lot of stuff. The crisis is not over. Simply, it says on January 1st, the moratorium will end for some customers. I say that because we have put in place a lifelong program for low-income customers that will ensure that they won't see a service interruption, said Gary Brown with the city's water and sewage department. The Lifeline plan is described as Detroit's first income-based water affordability program. The city says people who were eligible can use up to 4,500 gallons of water every month at a fixed rate. Families face additional charges for any additional water use, and that's just crazy. So they're going to basically give you a fixed rate of how much water you can use per month, and if you go over that, you have to pay for additional charges. Which showing you that they're tightening their grip out here. How they're trying to have more control over everything, and that's showing you how we're fastly approaching the NWO, the New World Order. Okay, and how they want to just have total control over everything. Now they want to have control over your water, how much water you can use. It's gonna turn into how much light you'll be able to use. Okay, you're gonna have to They're making it to the point where you're going to have to depend solely on the government, and you're going to have to fully bow down to them, and you're going to show your ultimate allegiance when they really implement the MOTB. And if you take it or not, that's the ultimate test that they're trying to put on you, because they're going to start doing stuff like this. It's going to start being food rations, all type of stuff. Okay? And then inflation is going to happen. You're not going to have the money to do that. Plus, the dollar is going away. So, this you can see the setup. You can see it happening. But some people are just going to get caught up in it because, like I say, people don't know how to handle business. People don't know how to be responsible. People want to still be out here in a party and BS mindset. It's time out for all of that. But it's okay. The Lord is going to show them something real quick. I'm going to read. It says the fixed rate is separated by 3 tiers, with the lowest rate being $18 per month. Each tier is based on how close a family's income is to the federal poverty level. There are also opportunities for some to have their water bill debts paid off as a part of the assistance program. But like I say, a lot of those programs are probably going to run out. Okay, because they're not going to allow you to. They're not going to continue to give you help for so much long. Okay? But ultimately, all of this stuff is happening because Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Yahweh Shem Yahushai is judging. He's bringing his judgments out towards people. Okay? Especially towards Jake. Because Jake don't want to get right. Jake want to continue to depend on Esau instead of depending on Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm going to grab this scripture. This is Ezekiel 6:11. It says, "Thus saith the Lord Yahweh, smite with thine hand and stamp with thy foot and say, Alas, for all the evil abominations of the house of Israel, for they shall fall by the sword, by famine, and by pestilence." And that's what's going on right now. This is famine. Okay? Lack of water. It's gonna come to. What if you don't pay your bill, or what if you can't afford to pay this fixed rate, or you go over and you can't afford it? What they gonna do? They gonna cut your water off. They gonna shut your water off, and then what? And then what they say you can't? They're not turning back on until you're able to pay that. And what would they say? They're gonna continue to add charges on every day that goes by when you not paying it. So what are you gonna do? So then you have result the fact we probably going to have to go out and buy bottles of water or whatever. But that's only going to last for so long, only do so much. So this is showing you how they're putting that tight grip on you, how they're going to try to put you into more depth. And then they're going to come with what? The solution, which is what? The MOTB. Which they can say you're going to have this amount of credit on here, is going to wipe it, get you clean slate, however they're going to put it. You can see the setup that they're trying to do. And especially towards Jake. That's mainly who they're trying to get. They're trying to get you, Jake. But ultimately, this is happening because of the Lord. Because of what? All the evil abomination of the house of Israel. Because of how Jake is conducting himself out here. Jake is still out here wanting to worship other gods. Jake is still out here celebrate these pagan-ass holidays. Jake just being completely out of order. And the Lord is tired of that. So the Lord is about to start allowing these judgments to really start fucking Jake up. And you can see that happening with this winter storm that happened this weekend. Now you had people dying, you had people being froze to death. You had all type of stuff going on. Car accidents, 50 car pileups, and then it was all type of shit going on. And this is only the beginning. I'm gonna grab this. I'm done with this. This is Mark 13:8. It says, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there shall be earthquakes in divers places, and there should be famines and troubles. These are all the beginning of sorrows." These are all the beginning of sorrows. And it's funny that these things are happening when we're about to start off a new year. It says when January 1st kick in, that's when it's supposed to happen. So it's going to be interesting. 2023 is going to be interesting. I know, I think it's in Illinois, they got this act that I can't remember the act that's supposed to start. That's supposed to take place in January, where basically you can't be arrested or detained for certain crimes in Illinois. So there's a lot of things going to happen this year coming up, and it's going to be very interesting to see how things take a turn. Lord willing, next year is a year. Lord willing, next year is a year that we up out of here. Okay, we want Esau to hurry up, to speed up his agenda. He's trying to prolong it because he understands that his kingdom is coming to an end. But it don't matter what he does. It's going to come down regardless. Okay. And for you, Jake, that don't want to get right, that's I want to continue to be out here BSing. A lot of these things are going to start happening. You're going to be affected by it. This is Luke 21:11. It says, "And great earthquakes shall be in divers places, and famines and pestilence and fearful sights and great signs shall there be from the heaven." And that's what's going on. Okay, pestilence. You got this. They about to do another wave of this Crown Royal 91. And even if it's not that, from just my experience, a lot of people are out here getting sick. And ultimately, I think it's coming from that jab. That jab is starting to catch up with people. It's starting to catch up with people. It's starting taking its toll. Esau has basically done what he wanted to do. He done got people double jabbed, that boosted up, all that type of stuff for no reason. And I think it's starting to take its toll on people. It's starting to break them down. So that's going on. He says, "Fearful sights and great signs should there be in heaven." Chariot sightings. A lot of different chariot sightings all over. He was saying a lot more. Probably going to see even more in 2023. There's been some crazy chariot sightings this year. There's been some crazy things going on in the heavens this year. I know one video I can remember. It was like a floating man, in the sky, and it was a woman recording. She said, "If you can hear me, or if you're a man or something," I can't remember what she said. Give us a sign or something like that. And it was just floating there, and like at some point in time, it flashed a yellow light at her. So there's a lot of things that's about to start happening. And not good things, like serious things, judgment playing out. The Lord is really about to start visiting this place. Okay, you have historic things happening, like this, what was going on this weekend with the weather. Like that was something serious. They say it's never been that cold like that in some years. And it was seriously cold. Some people cars wouldn't start. It was crazy. And like I just brought out in Mark, this is only the beginning. We're entering a time of trouble that has never been seen on the face of this earth before, and it's gonna get worse. I'm gonna grab this. So that's 15. This is 2 15:5 says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction. For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." So this is the Lord plaguing this place. And you need water. You need water. So if you can't have access to water, man, when you thirsty, that's different. When you thirsty and you can't get access to quench your thirst, man, it's gonna be crazy out here. It's gonna be crazy. And then on top of that, no food to eat. Like, man, people are about to be dropping. People are about to start acting crazy. People are gonna start bugging out. Okay, but this has to happen. The Lord has to allow this to happen. The Lord has to bring this place down so he can establish righteousness in this place. Because like it just says, for wickedness that has seen polluted the whole earth. It has. It has. And the Lord is at enough. I'm gonna come down to 49. It says, I will send plagues upon thee, widowhood, poverty, famine, sword, and pestilence, to waste thy houses with destruction and death. Khan. And that's what he's doing. He's sending plagues. He's sending plagues to destroy this place. I'm going to come over here to 16. I'm going to start at 17. It says, woe is me, who delivered me in those days. Khan. Because it's going to be a time like we never seen before. And we're going to need Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, the beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars, and the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come? Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for a mimic. Khan. Plain and simple. It says, but for all these things they should not turn from their wickedness, nor be always mindful of the scourges. Yeah. Even with all this stuff going on, people still not going to turn from their wickedness. They're going to continue to be wicked. As of the Lord just gotta kill niggas. He just got to kill a lot of you people. A lot of people just have to die because you're not going to never get right. This is verse 22. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, and other that escape the hunger shall destroy Khan. So a lot of people are going to die from famine. Okay, from not having no drinking water. From not having no access to water. Good, clean water at that. You know, the Lord, you might have to drink or wash or some dirty water, which ain't going to do nothing but kill you anyway because it's dirty. It's contaminated water, which everything we already intaking is contaminated anyway, but that's going to speed up the program. Okay, and if you escape from that, then what it says, the other that escape hunger shall destroy Khan. So there's no escape from the judgments of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? So you got either two choices. You're either going to get on the side of Yahweh Shem Yahushai, or you're going to stay on the side of Esau Edom and catch up with the destruction and the judgment that they have coming to them, and rest with these wicked ass Israelites out here with the 2/3. So choose wisely, Jake. So Lord, when this video is edifying, I'm going to close out by giving my praise to Yahweh, Ma'ashem, Yahushai, Ma'ashem, Kakadash, Shalom.